This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is offering new users a $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Use promo code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. And in honor of Veterans Day, everything in the merch store is 10% off with the promo code VETS. All proceeds from the sale will be donated to Mission 22, a nonprofit serving those who have served.
Hey, this is John Sally, and you listen to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. As the sun sets, the moon rises.
Okay. Very, I didn't realize we would have such a poetic start.
I was diving into some lunar schedules, heading out to the desert. Unfortunately, it is going to be a full moon around Thanksgiving. So
is that good or bad?
I mean, you don't like to have the light. You want to see the stars. So you want no moon. So a full moon is not a good thing.
Speaking of stars, star of the college basketball experience and the college football experience, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Sean, they say a sunrise is nature telling you that it's time to cherish another day on planet Earth.
Okay, I like that.
I thought you were gonna give me some hygiene thing. The UVB rays help sanitize whatever filth you did the night before when that moon rose. Because sometimes the moon comes up and down and up and down.
Chad is lit already. Off grid sports saying can't wait. Daquan the Great saying hammer Kansas 5-unit play. Kaysen saying Super Tuesday so underrated. We are coming off an incredible start to the season. I mean, combined or each of us are 17-9 ATS. Each of us also 75% on our locks. I had a Davidson money line play last week.
I want to say all of our. I know producer Josh had Arizona too, but your Davidson money line play was unbelievable. Yes. But UAB should have cashed. We had the lead with 5 seconds left.
Golly, the sweats that I was having out live at the Circus Sportsbook between the UAB collapse, the Virginia Tech game that was on one of the screens. Which, by the way, I literally gave the handicap. What did they do? Not defend the 3-point line. The game. But yeah, that we should. I may have accidentally posted something touting a victory on that one too.
Really?
You mushed it.
I might have. Right? That might have been my bad.
Myself and Mac took UAB because we knew the market was not gonna be correct to beat Maryland on the money line. Because the tournament losers played against each other. They came through for us the next game by beating the Terps on the money line.
Sir.
But you're Davidson play, buddy.
Let's go. No, I just thought it's too early to be this high on a Maryland team.
There's not even confidence behind the tout, Colby. This is how you know Sean's still he's still working his way into shape.
I'm settling in the groove. Yeah, there's plenty of. I mean, we just started once again.
He put a quarter in the machine, and the machine was like,
tout bot 5,000. We're fired up. Sorry, I'm too busy talking about.
You hit a 13.5 point dog on the money line, Sean. Help? Do you need a fluffer? Do we need Noah? You need to be here 30 minutes before each show.
I am 70% on my locks in the NFL, so that's keeping me warm.
I'm trying to compliment him, and then immediately it's
getting competitive.
Like he's like that caged animal. I was describing Arthur Smith as this, but Sean just in there.
Great impression of Sean.
Well, it's an animal. It's a caged animal more than Sean. It's metaphor. I was doing the act out on the metaphorical representation.
We got Chad is lit. We got to get to these picks before we do. Shout out to Bet365. They got you covered because they're the world's favorite sportsbook, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. And if you like profit boosts, same game parlays, great numbers for college basketball. You can get the cash out early offer if your NFL bet goes up 17 points. Sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers: either a $1,000 risk-free bet or bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. You can scan the code here over on YouTube. Sign up link in the bio, or just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We're also brought to you by Little C's. Love me some Little Caesars. Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the National Football League. It is Monday. We got Monday Night Football, which means you can order online during our Pizza pregame, 1 hour before and 3 hours after NFL kickoffs, all day Sunday. Perfect excuse to get one of those stuffed pretzel crusts. Are you kidding me? Stuffed pretzel crust. Imagine that delicious golden brown pretzel crust with those nice, just salty chunks sprinkled on it, almost like sprinkles on a donut. So delicious. Love me some Little C's. And of course, Little Caesars, if you don't know, delivers, or you can get it in store at the Pizza Portal pickup. Grab some friends and enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars, pizza.
All right, let's. And by the way, Off Grid Sports. Are we sure that it was the basketball picks that she can't wait for, or maybe it's talk of stars and outdoor activity and moon's rising? Off Grid Sports. That does seem more on brand to be talking about the stars and the moon. All right.
You know, Bryant, the Bulldogs have a coach named Jared Grasso, had past tense, because he's resigning from his position because
already.
Well, speculation is that he was already suspended because he was involved in a hit and run where he ran. But also, I'm getting reports that perhaps he was having sex with a co-ed and might have.
He's one of those guys who will get
might have had sex with her friend, and then one of them told the dean, and then next thing you know, he's got an 8-ball of coke in his
what
his
would
drawer.
cause you to run from running over another human being? That maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say. Originally, I thought DUI, but maybe the fact that you have a student aboard, perhaps
a couple underage girls and an 8-ball of coke. That's probably reason not to pull over and be a good Samaritan. If I'm gonna guess.
He got fired today anyway.
Yeah.
So bummer. But
he's gonna have more free time for that 8-ball.
They might have been over. I'm pretty sure they were overage. You're in college.
But I don't.
What is the age for cocaine?
Yeah.
I think it's 21.
Okay.
Arkansas, it's 18.
Medicinal cocaine.
Well, in Rhode Island, I thought it was pretty low too.
Kentucky, it's actually 14. It's like the tractor law. They want to make sure you can get out there farming early. All right, so the only thing I wanted to bring up as we look back to our just stellar set of picks from last show. I don't want to get too high, right? The highs shouldn't be too high, the lows shouldn't be too low. But come on, blue cocaine.
Oh, blue cocaine coming through.
Where was this guy? Like, how are we not aware of him in high school? We need to better. So anyway, we need
Tennessee high school basketball team. We need someone down there on the grounds.
He's locked in. He's locked into the watch list. But you know who else is locked into the watch list? Wait, let me make sure we're not going to talk about this team. Kelly LePepe.
Oh yeah, they got robbed yesterday. Tough cause. They should have beat.
Why haven't we discussed them yet this season?
Well, because we're doing games when they're not playing.
Okay,
games.
so
we're doing days.
I just want everyone to know my watch list right now. 3 people on it. One's a homer pick, Sean Padula. Love that guy. And then we got blue cocaine, and we got Kelly LePepe. That's my. Give me that as my
watch list.
That's my point guard, and that's my center.
Hell of a watch.
You had Jared Grasso on that list before he got fired, right?
He was in consideration to be the coach, but it sounds like he's got too many extracurriculars. All right, let's talk college basketball. Big slate. We're talking Tuesday games. Some of these lines are in the wild. Some of them have been crafted by in-house odds maker, Colby Pick Dundee Dant. First up, we got a 3 p.m. game on the West Coast. We're heading to Providence, Rhode Island, which keep your head down around there. Wisconsin comes to town. Providence no longer a team we love, Sean. We have to remind ourselves. Ed Cooley is gone.
There? No,
he's gone. Ed Cooley's now at Georgetown.
English, the new head coach.
English.
Kim.
Kim English.
Yeah, came over from George Mason.
Like a modern he or
Kim
old
English.
school
He actually used to play at Missouri back in the day.
Name rings a bell.
Yeah,
English is a great last name. Providence laying a point here. To me, I don't have a ton of handicap on either of these teams yet.
Well, Wisconsin just got smashed by Tennessee.
That was a bad
called
loss
that?
for them.
Who called that?
I was on that too.
Who called that?
I was on the Badgers.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I tell you? I told you it was a recruiting trip. Rick Barnes doesn't go to Wisconsin for nothing. So Wisconsin on the road, don't love it. Wisconsin in Big East country, don't love it. Big East team at home.
How do we feel about Kim English so far, Colby?
I mean, he brings in talent. He's actually a former Rick Barnes assistant, and so
he's a bag dropper.
If anything, they're going to be running the same stuff as what Wisconsin lost to.
Does that help Wisconsin or help with Providence?
I think it helps. I think Providence's athleticism is a little too much for Wisconsin. Wisconsin's always stapled to the floor. So I kind of think,
Sean, you got to remember to start using that more.
Yeah, I need a staple gun sound effect. If anyone has one laying around, send that in.
Matthew Dellavedova has really been stapled to the floor this game.
And the dunk. I know they don't call it the dunk anymore. It's probably, I don't know, one of these corporate names, but that place rocks. So I'll lay the one with the Friars.
And it's the honorary Tommy DeVito Palace right now. Yeah, Providence.
Really? Consensus play on Providence?
Yeah. By the way, I have not updated. Oh, I do. So our consensus plays right now 11-4.
Yeah,
it's
insane. I'll lock it up. Even though Slopeside in the chat saying don't fade the Badgers off bounce back after that Tennessee loss, but I think
Colby
Providence is a tough place to play. And to Colby's point, you're going to be facing a similar style. So yeah, I don't see.
It's a new team. That's the only reason not to.
I just feel like Providence's athleticism.
I like Providence at home as a small favorite. So yeah, give me Providence.
It does feel like we're still being emotional about Providence, even though Ed Cooley was the only thing we loved about Providence.
And what do we know about Big Ten basketball? Look, when they play each other, you look for them. Maybe Wisconsin wins on the road within the Big Ten, but for some reason, the Big Ten being some super legit conference. In basketball, they haven't had very good athleticism. That's why Purdue loses every year. I feel like
they're system teams. You know? They're the teams that you just watch them warm up and you're like, wow, run a little weave,
simple system.
Wofford taking on Tennessee. We again Tennessee, Wisconsin coming off a game against each other. Wofford catching 27.
They're 2-0
in Knoxville.
They beat Brevard College. And then they took down High Point by 1 in a classic. But I mean, come on, Barnes in November. This is a system play.
This spread's insane.
Is this a recruiting trip though? This is a home game, so lots of recruits will be there, right? This is the kind of game you bring. Is
Wofford
out?
that bad, Colby?
I don't think they're that good. I think
remember
27 is a big number.
Well, I always have a soft spot in my heart for Wofford. Produced the current Hokies head coach. And man who likes to frustrate me every year.
No, I'm taking Wofford. Their scoring's not that bad. They got 6 guys in double digits. I think that's enough to backdoor. Give me Wofford and the big number.
Your data is not against Tennessee.
Well, I'm on the Vols because look, Tennessee Tech, Wofford closer to I think Wofford may be slightly better, but Tennessee won by 40.
Can I blow Sean's mind right now?
What's that?
Well, typically you want to take a smaller school because they're a bunch of seniors, experience. This is like the team that's going to make the run. This is one of the youngest, most inexperienced teams in the country.
They don't know that they should be getting their ass kicked by Tennessee.
This is a show out game for Tennessee.
I'm staying on
and
Wofford.
Sean Wofford, horrible at the free throw line. Tennessee, great at the free throw line.
Give me Wofford.
All right, I tried. I gave you some friendly lifesavers.
Money line, Sean?
Maybe. Stay tuned.
It's been hot on the money line.
Stay tuned. You guys, similar handicap on Davidson.
All right, let's head over to Philly. 4 p.m.
Oh, Maryland's gonna kill him.
Tip on the West Coast.
No chance.
We got it. This is gonna be tough for Sean because it's Temple and it's Drexel. They're playing each other. Home game for Drexel, I assume.
Yeah, this is like
Drexel
the Philly 6 thing. They all play each other. It's pretty cool.
But it's a home game. Or no? Are they playing it at like some filthy?
I don't think it's actually a true home game. I think it's like it's still home.
They're not at Drexel Stadium.
Yeah,
I mean this is an easy handicap. Temple all day. They own Drexel
-6.
They own Drexel. Drexel is 3-22 versus Temple since 1950. I realize this Drexel team might be better than previous ones, but this is a rivalry game, and you're getting 6 points. Temple +6 all day.
I gotta agree with
I'm
him.
waiting for Colby to speak.
I think the 6 is a little steep. I do think Drexel's going to win this game. Temple, didn't look amazing the game against Navy I saw, but at the same time, Drexel's only beaten Winthrop by 2. They did lose to LaSalle. I think 6 is just a little steep. I think Drexel probably wins by 3, by 4, something like that.
So Drexel's good, huh?
They're pretty decent.
Yeah. Is this like a rare time where they could be the bully here?
Well, Temple's brought in a new head coach, former Nova assistant.
So you got a little baby fish swimming in the ocean with some sharks.
Dragons. Drexel Dragons.
Give me the Dragons.
Yeah.
Really?
I sensed weakness in your handicap, Colby. I wanted to strike, and I also think Sean, there's something programmed in Sean where Temple. If Sean's making a power rankings of teams from Philly, actually, you should.
Temple
do that.
is the grittiest of the teams
of the college teams from Philly.
Yes.
Temple's clear number 1, or is Penn State number 1?
What about Nova? What about Villanova?
Like college presence in Philly, Villanova, Temple, Penn State.
You a John Chaney guy?
Penn State's not.
I'm counting Penn State because it's like the state's university or whatever.
That's a good question.
Lehigh.
They moved some units. No, I don't know.
It's Temple. Temple's the gritty public school. It's a private school, right though.
It's private, I believe. They got that Bill Cosby.
For being such a
Jello
gritty
money.
Temple is clearly the scrappiest of all the schools.
For being such a gritty, like underdog city, they have some bougie ass private schools. Bougie. Michigan State heads to Chicago. What's this, Colby?
NC Nick's going to be in attendance for this and that Kansas Kentucky game we're going to talk about later.
Duke also heading to Chicago. This is another classic. I'm guessing. Is this the ACC Big Ten?
No,
is this
is like that
tournament?
Preseason one they do every year. I forget what they.
Perfect.
I forget the sponsor's name.
Are they going to bring Coach K back for this?
Oh, is this when he comes out of retirement?
He grew up in Chicago, so he's probably going to be at this.
See, football needs to follow basketball. Do your preseason bowls, classics, like in the start of the season. It'll be fun, and no one loses. You have big marquee matchups early in the year where people can still travel. Maybe even some kids' school hasn't started. Michigan State's catching 3 in this matchup. Duke. I believe your handicap last time we spoke, Colby, was no way Arizona's coming into Cameron.
Yeah,
the crazies.
Yeah,
they're gonna get them.
That was a wild game. I mean, that was a great game back and forth. But yeah, I mean, Caleb Love.
How many losses in a row to start the season before?
Well, one of these teams is going to be 1 and 2 because James Madison went to East Lansing and won.
But
Michigan State 2 for 31 from behind the arc to start the season. That's insane.
This is an insane game to me. Like Michigan State is going to have the crowd. Michigan State, give me Izzo over whatever we
Shire.
Vacant at this point.
No, I'll take Duke -3.
What is going on right now?
I just think they're better. Back? I think like even that Arizona game, like okay, you lost at home, but that was like a back and forth, really good game. Michigan State looked a little iffy in both outings. Even the second game Michigan State played against Southern Indiana, they didn't cover, and that was a little closer for a long time. So I don't know where Michigan State always starts slow too. They always start slow under Izzo.
Is this if this was being played on an aircraft carrier?
That would change everything. But I'm on Duke. I'm with.
Wait, are they not playing a game on an aircraft carrier this year?
That's a good point. I don't know that I looked at. I think their contract might have ran out last year.
What are they letting Ukraine borrow all our aircraft carriers? We need those, Ukraine. Oh, what? You're fighting some war? Yeah, give us our fucking aircraft carriers back. We got to play some college basketball.
Yeah,
or have them played in Ukraine. Raise Ukrainian.
We have at least 4 that are parked in cities as museums.
4 college basketball.
Yeah,
that's how awesome it is, America.
At least, and if you can't do that, at least play someone out.
You know, it'd be great. It's Chicago. Like, just float one up the river. Get an aircraft carrier up the. The Mississippi River's probably deep enough.
I'm saying on Duke.
Oh yeah.
We could play a game on a riverboat.
Oh,
right.
Riverboat Casino. That would be
fucking
great.
Fantastic.
Why not just build a court?
The SGPN Classic.
That's
on a riverboat.
SGPN Classic right there. We can get a cheap rate on the Mississippi in Mississippi.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're crooked states. You just slip a little envelope.
We just got to get it. Yeah, it's basically
talk to my friend Brett Favre.
It's basically Tijuana down there.
Let's go.
Yeah, Michigan State.
You're not changing.
No.
Couldn't win them over.
What do you mean I'm not changing? My handicap in the beginning of the season are very simple. And Sean, real quick shout out to the anonymous alligator who's hanging out in the Google Sheets with us while we record the show.
Well, and of course, great reason to sign up for the Patreon. You get the ad-free access to all the sheets, making it super simple. Hey, also, speaking of armed services, shout out to Veterans Day. We're doing a 10% off sale in the merch store. Promo code VETS. All proceeds from the sale donated to Mission 22, nonprofit serving those who served. Great cause, and you get some sweet gear. So sign up for that. And of course, also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. I mean, great place to get down on some higher lower, aka fantasy pick'em for college basketball, and use the promo code SGPN, 100% deposit bonus up to $100. Colby, let's put together a winner here. Doug McDaniel, 13 points, Michigan. How say you?
Is this for
this is for today. 3:30 tip.
You know, I buy into that Patino defense, man.
Okay.
Let's go. I'll take
Lower?
the under. Take the under on that.
Lower, 13 points. And let's go look at another one here. On what about Joel Soriano on the other side?
Great
His
name.
points is sitting at 16.5. What are we doing there?
He's a little dinged up. He is a game time decision, so you want to monitor this before you jump into that. But
Well, it's a free roll then.
Yeah, if he doesn't play, then you're
that's
good.
true.
It's a
That's
chop.
true.
So it sounds like you're
So
saying
lower
go
on
lower.
both.
Yeah, I think you want to go lower on both. It's
Okay.
gonna be, look, it's Patino. But it's gonna be
So
a
we
rock
go
fight.
we go 2-0. We cash plus 300.
Let's go.
I'm putting it in. And again, use the free bets. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN.
And look, if you're a college basketball fan,
Got to audit these winnings.
if you're a
Colby.
college basketball fan, you can't find props out there. That's why that's fantastic.
Well, I not only
Well, it's not props. It's daily fantasy pick.
Okay, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You don't have
you
that out
can't
there.
find
Yeah.
projections
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
All right. 4 p.m. still on the West Coast. Sean, we have to set a reminder right now to make sure to get all your action in.
Yes.
Tuesday morning,
Let's
4
go.
p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Syracuse. How dare you, Colby? Colgate coming to town to face Syracuse -4.
Oh, I hate
Sean's
Colgate. I
North-
hate Colgate.
Sean's North Star.
Fucking Patriot League bullies. Fuck you guys.
Sean's North Star has been removed from the sport of college basketball, aka Buddy Boeheim.
Do we have any Boeheims on this team?
Nope.
How can you call it Syracuse basketball then? Isn't there like a cousin or someone we can get on there?
You want to lobby to change the name of the team?
No more picking boogers on the sidelines. All right. Look, this is interesting, Sean, because Colgate's won 2 straight in Syracuse, New York.
Why are they favored?
Both of so they won by 15 2 years ago, and last year they won by 12. So can Adrian Autry, former Boeheim player,
Okay, that's close.
get this ball rolling in Syracuse, New York against and
They got Benny Williams back.
but Colgate's got Keegan Records back. He's been there for like 20 years, and
Such a great time for college basketball. Like grown men just all over the place. How
Yeah.
old are you, sir? 27. What?
yeah, Braden Smith still back. I mean, look, they got guys.
Is this true, Colby? I heard a rumor they're playing man defense.
They
Got rid of the zone.
Yeah, he said no more picking boogers.
You know-
Let's adapt.
Does this not remind you of when, like what's going to happen to Iowa when they fire Ferentz? They completely change
Yeah,
a system that's been relatively like high floor for years and years and years, and they're just going to have this absolute cratering. So my Hokies, when Seth Greenberg left, they were on the bubble every single year. They bring this guy in who's gonna be like, we're gonna play pace. Problem is when you play pace and you suck, you get your ass
Colgate
beat.
+4.
Oh man, you hear that? Did you hear that, Mr. Syracuse?
I play numbers, not teams.
Colgate, how long before he's back on Syracuse? He's gonna watch the game and fall in love with someone who looks like Buddy Boeheim.
I'm gonna lay it.
You're
Really?
late. All right.
Colgate's not gonna know what's happening. They're running man to man.
You think they're gonna be confused?
You know what? I'm gonna go Syracuse -4.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
They're a 4-point favor for a reason. The line is telling you something. Give me Cuse -4.
A little bit of a look ahead with Rick Barnes on deck, but I think the Qs get it done.
Give me Colgate. Isn't Colgate a team that shoots the rock typically?
Yeah. I mean, they made
What?
the tournament. Remember, they almost ruined Alan Cooley's day when Colgate pushed Tennessee to overtime.
Well,
And remember, we were in Vegas with old Alan Cooley.
yeah, I think this is still a good matchup, even if they're playing man. Give me Colgate. I love that I'm disagreeing with you. Colby, I can sense Colby's not strong in a lot of these handicaps.
You haven't
right.
seen my record, buddy.
Final game of the Colby Dant 6-pack. Of course, these are his favorite 6 games on the day. 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Atlanta, Georgia. UMass Lowell. not to be confused with Louisville.
The Riverhawks.
The Riverhawks. They're heading down to Georgia to take on Georgia Tech. A little home game for the incorrect Tech University. Georgia Tech -5. Well, give me how are we thinking about Georgia Tech in a post Pastner situation? Because we loved how to clown that guy. Well, he was a huge bitch.
Game 1, Damon Stoudemire, the new head coach of the Yellow Jackets, looked good. Game 2, they battled. Howard was up the entire game.
The Bison.
And down, they made a run down the stretch to steal that win. I actually thought Howard was the better team all day, but UMass Lowell could play. I think they're live to win this thing. I don't know if you caught these Riverhawks. They're currently first in the AE. They just beat fucking Dartmouth by
wow, look at you doing the Boston accent.
By 33
UMass
points.
Really good against the 3 too. Third against defended the 3. It's early in the season, but yeah.
Riverhawks with the points. They're live.
Yeah, I think Georgia Tech looks a little disappointing so far. I'm with you, Colby. Give me UML +5. Kramer.
Yeah, I'll go with you. This is they might be very undersized, but they play a deep bench from what I understand. So
first Discord play.
No, second.
What was the first one?
Wisconsin.
Oh, you're right.
Texas A&M. We're heading back into the Buzz Experience. 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Heading to Dallas, Texas. SMU hosting Buzz and the boys from Texas A&M. It's got to be interesting times to be Buzz. Pretty safe in his seat, considering what's going on with Jimbo over there, about to get set off with a nice golden parachute.
About to. I think he did get.
It's already done.
Yeah,
done deal.
Yep.
Well, rest in peace, Jimbo. Does he coach football again?
Well, here's what's great about his contract is he gets that money regardless if he takes another job.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why do these? I don't want to get off the track too hard, but I don't understand why there's enough leverage for universities to agree to this.
Texas A&M. I mean, they just
like what's causing them to
money doesn't like money is
I understand
just doesn't.
that,
It's like Dumb and Dumber. They're blowing snot bubbles in their cash.
But you don't need to do that. Like, why do you need to say the money's yours no matter what? That's insane. Like, no, do a good job and you can have lots of money. A&M here with the better coach on campus, laying 6 points. I'm not fading Texas A&M until I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
SMU is 3-0.
Don't give a shit.
They got that, and they're joining the ACC next year, Sean.
Oh, yep. I mean, they're basically like, hey man, I got these cheeseburgers. I mean, they're like, no money, whatever. Just however deep you want to jam it in my mouth. I just want to be in your conference.
I'm with you.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Go on social media and get into the Buzz experience.
Yeah.
And
Ryan's love affair for this coach is so great.
He flushed the toilet on the Hokies, buddy. All right?
No, he came and he said no one was surprised when he left. He came for 5 years and he left. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He elevated the program.
I'm going to lay the 6 too because the buzzsaw's legit.
All
SMU's got to prove it to me. I know they're 3-0, but they got to prove it to me. Also, Denver England's questionable. So,
all right, I'll go Texas A&M. I had to hear from Colby because I can't trust Kramer and his Buzz Williams handicap. He's too close.
He has a team of like really good basketball players, and it's like Buzz is all about effort and energy and all that. That's why I love him. He coaches the shit out of the top level players that like it. Some coaches struggle to do that in youth sports. So Buzz, he's just a legend. And I do still have that picture on my phone for a rainy day. When we were for context, if you we went to Texas A&M for a football game, and
Ryan walked like a half mile out of his way just to get a photo of Buzz Williams outside. They had a banner up outside the basketball stadium. He's like, I got to get a photo for social. And then he never posted it.
Oh, it's my own social. I have my own social networks. Marquette heads to Champaign, Illinois to take on the Illini. -2.5 here. Interesting matchup. How are we feeling? What's the temperature check on Shaka?
They're number 5 in the nation. I mean, yeah, I it's gonna be tough to live up to the hype this year, I think. But yeah, I mean, he's got that program rolling. I think Texas is sitting there saying, "What? Why couldn't you do this in Austin?"
Because there's just as much money and a lot less pressure in Marquette. That's
and a lot of cheese curds.
Did you know? I don't know if this number is up to date, but when Buzz left Marquette to come to Virginia Tech, Marquette at the time was spending the most money in their endowment per basketball player in the country.
Money doesn't exist in Milwaukee. Much like Texas A&M.
That's what I mean.
You go into a bar. I went there with like 10 buddies to Milwaukee. We went into a bar, and I felt like they came out to my comedy show. I was like going to pick up their tab for a couple hours, right? So it's like 10 buddies drinking all day.
$58.
I'm expecting it to be like $500, $600 at least. Like, dude, it was like, yeah, it's $210.
It's the beauty of living in LA.
And another thing is, you order a Bloody Mary. Oh my God. You've been in Milwaukee, you get a Bloody Mary. They put like a cheeseburger. They put like a buffalo wing. They put like everything possible on your Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah, meat. You gotta have protein with your Bloody Mary. I mean, that's what's great about living in LA. You get the nice exchange rate when you travel. Yeah. All right. So Marquette, Shaka. Two things I like. I know nothing about Illinois. I've not watched them play yet this year.
Well, their home environment's always lit.
Yeah, they're a solid program. They keep a good program, as you would say. They keep a good program in the Big Ten.
And top 10 team coming on the road. Terrence Shannon, dog. Dog. And
that was a good rendition of the dog.
Yeah. Quincy Guerriere's at his 50th school. They have talent. You know what though? It's just a top 10 team going on the road to a place. Give me the Illini. They only lost by 1 at Marquette the last time they played. Revenge game here.
Nope.
Illini get it done at home.
Just give me coaches I like. Shaka, Marquette.
I'll go Illinois. This should be a good game though. I'll default to Illinois at home's a tough out, even when they're not good.
I'm really dancing with myself over here. 6 p.m. on the West Coast, heading to Boulder. Has the basketball team received the same level of hype as Coach Prime?
They need to,
and his
because
three-win football team.
They've been dominating.
I've been a Buffs fan my whole life, and normally they don't cover like double-digit spreads. Even when they had Chauncey Billups, even when they had Sean Van Divier, like they had guys, Donnie Boyce, they didn't cover those spreads. This team has been looking fire.
Here they are at home at elevation, taking on Milwaukee, laying 17 points. Colby, that's a big old number.
Too big. I still am reluctant to believe. Still reluctant to believe that Colorado can cover. Milwaukee's.
You just said they covered a big number.
They just covered for me against Providence. Kept it close.
BJ Freeman put up 33.
Yeah, if
you got a guy like that that can put up 33 points. Now, what's Milwaukee's elevation? 0.
Well, he was just talking about Wisconsin. That's
true.
We know the exchange rate's good. We're not clear on. I mean, elevation's got to be near sea level.
Yeah, I would say probably
early season at elevation.
Colorado though's been putting up a ton of points. They're averaging 85 points per game.
Buffs win by 15. Milwaukee gets the cover.
All right, I'm taking Colorado minus 17 because I know Colby.
Yep.
He doesn't want.
Yep.
He's trying to be like a cynical fan, but really the play is Colorado all along.
So I'll add. I'll raise you here.
I'm handicapping Colby, not the game.
Colby, is Milwaukee a team that plays with pace?
No, I would not say that. I mean, what do you mean? Like I think they slow it down. No,
speed,
no. I think they kind of slow it down. Yeah,
maybe that helps in that elevation. I'm with early season elevation play system play.
Jason Hightower pointed out Milwaukee kids in Boulder. They're gonna stumble upon some medicinal shrooms. Yeah, medicinal shrooms, medicinal weed. Milwaukee kids might get lost out in Boulder.
For my first encounter with medicinal shrooms, not taking them, but just the idea that somehow shrooms are medicinal. What are we doing?
I mean,
what are we doing here?
Saving the planet?
They're not medicinal.
How else are you going to see colors, right?
There's that's not medicine. That's just you wanting to teleport. Like that's not like
it helps me with the medicine of not being able to time travel.
All right.
Hey, maybe you want to get some medicinal shrooms, head to Boulder, have a good time watching this game. You want last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. You got to go to Game Time. That's right. They got the low price guarantee. You cannot beat their price. If you can somehow, they will replace you 110%. That is crazy. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create the account, redeem the code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter with the NFL. Hall of Fame Bets got the parlay optimizer They also have data for the NBA, putting together some same game parlays. All you got to do, enter your parlay ideas into Hall of Fame bets, and the revolutionary parlay optimizer gives you hit rates broken down by leg, as well as expected probability for the entire parlay. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame bets.
I mean, I do enjoy any time I can. What I hate is when anytime I can give a AI or a computer work that is dumb. I love it. So organizing trends, good use of time. Hall of Fame bets. All right.
What does Rick Moranis say in Spaceballs? Good or evil will always triumph over good because good is dumb.
Good is dumb. Generally, that's unfortunately it comes with being good. I think Sean might have just walked out on the show because Boeheim. He just found out the Boeheims are gone for good.
Stanford sports talk is a normal time for Sean to leave.
And this is a big one because we got Santa Clara, a little local rivalry.
Yeah,
here. Heading to Palo Alto, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Stanford
wine and cheese, baby, the wine and cheese bowl.
Stanford laying 14. I will say that cat Michael Wilson out of Stanford playing for the Cardinals. He looked like a tough kid. He didn't look like a private school pussy. He was barreling into the end zone this weekend. But dog. Yeah, not up to speed with either of these schools. So this is a good time for Colby to. Is Stanford actually going to have a basketball team?
Well, no, I'm talking ACC basketball with SMU and Stanford on the sheet. See what I did there?
I like what you did there. And you know what? I like that the Illuminati conference is coming together. Any word on when they change their name from the Atlantic Coast Conference to the Illuminati Conference?
Oh, I like this.
They need Notre Dame, and then they can just go full bore.
Michigan might be. You see, Michigan might leave the Big Ten. They said they threatened them, so
they're welcome.
The Illuminati Conference will gladly welcome Michigan.
They're welcome.
Yeah. This line's ridiculous. This line is ridiculous.
Just
I think
to be clear,
Santa
did you
Clara,
make this line?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sort of. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I was just commenting on the fact that you're the
Colby made a ridiculous line.
Yeah. So
sort of, but I'm just looking at the numbers. What the intel that they're giving us here.
Santa Clara won the last matchup in 2022.
Yeah. And that's why, I mean, maybe should we make it 12? Should we bring it down a little bit?
No, we've set it in motion.
Okay. Well,
you got to take
this is the way. Last show we were only off by more than a point on the Akron game. So stick to the process.
Yeah.
Trust it.
Look, I'll be honest. Even if we are 4 points off or something, Santa Clara can win this game.
Yeah.
Like I think it should be like a 2-point spread. Yeah, they're going to go into the farm and win. Herb Sendek, veteran coach. Let's go. Give me the Bronx on the road there.
Santa Clara, one of the tallest teams in the country as well, plays one of the deepest rotations. I think I am starting to look into. I think teams that play deeper benches are much better early in the season. Something that I'm kind of paying attention. Anyway, so Santa Clara pops here. So maybe you're right. Maybe you made a big spread, but what you're saying is you would take it down to +10.
I would take this like
+6.
I think Santa Clara is going to win.
Colby now thinks it's a pick'em. Colby has changed the line to a pick'em.
Colby created the line and then called himself crazy for creating the line.
Well, no, I'm just
I get
we
it.
got the algorithm. We're putting numbers in.
This is our best accidental bit. Us making fun of people with power ratings.
Yeah. It's like whoever made this line's an idiot.
First of all, like just being able to pull back the curtain and expose to everyone, it's not that complicated. But also then to have Colby be Colby, you need to add CBB and CFB originator in your Twitter bio.
I like that.
That would really solidify your reputation in the industry. All right, Discord gets another one. Discord getting some ACC action this week with Georgia Tech, SMU, and Stanford. Colby. Kansas now heads to Chicago. This is game 2 of the whatever we're calling this preseason classic. Kansas, Kentucky, great matchup. 6:40 p.m. on the West Coast. Very late tip local time. Why do they do this to the college basketball game? I get it's for TV, but that's a super late start. Kansas -4.5. Calipari on the ropes.
This is ridiculous. This line. This is a real line. This is not a Dundee line. All right. This is a current line that you can bet right now.
Kentucky always starts slow. They're inexperienced.
They're gonna get housed here.
They come together late in the year because they always have young guys. And you toss in Hunter Dickinson, who he put up 23 last year against Kentucky when he was on Michigan. What am I missing here? Unless there's like some crazy.
Texas A&M Commerce gave Kentucky a game for the first half. Watch out! I mean, Kansas is gonna fuck them up. I'm laying the points.
Isn't Calipari just like the SEC in football? Like now that the cheating is very okay and open, Calipari is it's rapidly happening. I think we're gonna. How quick before Calipari is coaching somewhere else, or not coaching at all?
It's like the Wildcat
this
year,
potentially.
Yeah, I mean, It does seem like this. We're nearing the end. And
Payne players is like the Wildcat. At first, it was like, wow, we're totally. How are they doing this? And then now everyone knows how to handle the Wildcat. Everyone's able to pay players. Guys, if paying players was your edge, now you're in trouble.
Calipari and Dabo in their church, like that edge is gone. Like all these coaches in their churches, edge is gone. Kansas easy. Kansas also just caught a little bit of the Kansas looks like they're going to be a dominant force once again. 4.5. This is a real number, you say?
That is out there. Okay. You can bet that right now.
Let's make sure we do that after the show. Iowa heads to Omaha, Nebraska. Is this time right? 7 p.m. on the West Coast. Iowa taking on Creighton. Michael Creighton.
Yeah.
Laying 8.5.
And by the way, Kelly LePepe does play. Actually, should we add that to the sheet? They're playing Jackson State.
Maybe we'll see how we're feeling.
Okay.
Maybe that can just be a bonus pick where we all pick
Creighton shooting 45% from 3 as a team.
Iowa,
that's their game, right?
Iowa is supposed to be a rebuilding year. Meanwhile, they're 2-0 and they've been pretty impressive, beating the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota and Alabama State by a large amount. So you got that. Not 8.5 is a pretty big number, but man,
I can't fade Creighton at home.
That's about to say. You go into that. What do they call that? The Shy Health Center, whatever the hell, Omaha Steak Center. I don't fucking know. But anyway, let's lay the 8.5. I think Creighton's going to put it to him.
Yeah.
Best player at Iowa on the women's team, right?
How many points could she put up in this game?
Oh, I have no idea. I know the Hokies have a pretty badass chick baller too. She's a shooter though, so she might have a better chance to
shoot
throw up some points. No handicap here, other than it does seem like the Iowa team is fairly inexperienced. So yeah, I'm with you.
It's a tough road spot for them.
I like the inexperienced team going on the road in a tricky spot. Omaha also a weird road trip for anyone. Like that applies.
Anyone in life?
Yeah, anyone. Have you ever been to Nebraska?
I have.
You drive down the street in Nebraska, it goes from sunny to looks like hell's opening up on top of you. Like the shit you see in a Marvel movie that doesn't look real. UC Irvine heads to LA.
Anteaters
take on the Trojans.
So snorting up the ants.
USC -14.
Once again,
infield always kind of lays low in LA. Like somehow has this mega program that is laying low.
And you're right.
And LeBron's there.
Yeah. But hold on, I just want to take a little timeout right now on
calling a timeoat.
Zach, we have yet to get our mascot, and one of the examples I use that for originality, Anteaters. Thank you, UC Irvine, because they could have been the Wildcats like all these other ones. What is the SG? Have we found out our mascot yet? Because the Anteaters,
we got a lot of suggestions. We haven't figured it out though.
That's what I'm saying.
Do they have a mascot?
That's a good question. They should have a live anteater. They need to start their football program.
Peter the Anteater.
Peter the Anteater.
This thing is hilarious.
Does that live in someone's pants or?
It looks like a fucking possum.
Did you ever do that room? You ever do that?
Like, hey man, you want to meet Peter the Anteater? Just takes his dick out. You gotta be careful if anyone asks.
Yeah, you have to have consent before you pull out the anteater.
Dude, there used to be a great comedy room, the Ant Hill Pub. Did you ever do that? That was a great room.
Yeah.
That was a great room. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep.
Josh, I'm sending you a photo. If you could bring it up on the screen.
Keep the names coming.
Anteater. Peter the Anteater. I mean, come on, you got to be on the Anteaters here.
I don't know.
USC is like a flashy program who would look past a team like the Anteaters, right?
The opposite.
Look at the guy next to the Anteater, the shaved head guy.
Yeah.
Something looks photoshopped.
Yeah.
Almost. Is that real?
That dude's amazing.
Well, that's honestly the look of if someone did show you their Anteater.
Yeah. You would have
that would be the same look that you'd have.
So I pulled up some California names for animals, and I'm just saying because we're located in Los Angeles, we have the mule deer is a big thing in California. You go up to
pass.
No, you know, like the mule deers. That's a great name. How about the California squirrels? All right. You don't have that one out there. The California condors. Come on.
The condor is good.
Fucking great bird.
Condors are
right?
cool.
Condors are good.
I mean, you got a lot.
What
You got
about
the spotted skunks.
All right. What about the state fish of California? The Garibaldi. It's orange, bright orange.
That's what I'm saying. All these are out there.
By the way,
all these are out there.
Let's go, Garibaldi. Come on, Ryan.
By the way,
what are we doing?
If you want to have some fun, there's a guy who flies drones over the Los Angeles coast area up to Malibu and just films sharks, great white sharks. If you want to, pretty awesome.
I
stuff.
actually watched that and it terrified me because I thought about how many times I've been, out in Malibu and I go swimming in the ocean and then you realize you're like fucking 5 feet from like the 405 freeway of sharks.
Flip it around. They're always there. They're always there. They're not fucking
you're
with
fine.
you. Yeah, and that's how you have to think about it.
Don't look like a seal.
All we've learned with more technology is that
sweet seal pussy.
The sharks are way closer to us than we ever could have imagined.
How about the kangaroo rats? They seem to be a common creature in California. The kangaroo rats. No,
all right.
You don't like that one?
I don't know what it is, but.
What you seem to be anti all these animals, huh?
No, I think
Colby?
I'm with you. Anteaters are
Let's
awesome.
save this for our own list.
Yeah,
our
seems
special.
to be very out on this one here.
We really have to start our own podcast.
What do you think happened? What did the kangaroo rat do to Sean? You went camping? Camping or something?
That's the name of the podcast.
Stole his fucking sandwich.
Rat living under my house.
The podcast is going to be called "Do I Still Have a List?" Instead of lisp, it's "Do I Still Have a List?"
Better than Dak Prescott.
I am an East Carolina fan.
Yeah, I'm going to take USC. I actually think the opposite of what you said. I think Andy Enfield has been amazing at having top talent play in Los Angeles and fly way the fuck under the radar because UCLA is here, and B, I don't know how he does it. Maybe LeBron having ties with the LeBron.
Bronny James is out with a chest injury.
Doesn't matter. The fact that he's there creates an additional layer. But I'm laying the points here.
UC Irvine only lost by 5 last time they played in 2021. This is the ultimate get up spot for the Anteaters. Local rivalry. I'm taking the Anteaters plus 14.
Let's go. I can't fade the Anteaters.
Not worried about the look ahead spot against Occidental.
Right here.
Wait, they play in Occidental?
UC Irvine's is taking on Occidental.
Occidental's going to them, but and
bye game.
Why don't we go to an Occidental game?
Ken Pom projects it to be a win 100% of the time. So, I mean, I'm sure you could just walk into any Occidental game, just get a schedule. What is that, Division 2?
Stanton University, Southern California Leadership University.
Maybe you can get out there for a tryout, Sean. You still got eligibility?
West Coast Baptist. That seems like a fun game.
I still got my eligibility. All right. That's it. That's all the.
I mean, do we want to just throw in? You know who the head coach of Jackson State is? It's Mo Williams, the former Cleveland Cavalier.
You know what? Sean will pay attention to this because Sean, when we were, for those who have listened long enough and heard us talk about NBA 2K7, Sean was a big player of the Cavs, and I believe Mo Williams was on that team.
They're
just remind people that Kelly LePepe is playing and what the spread is,
aka prison strength. Loyola's laying 9. At their wonderful stadium there, I believe that's called the Gersten Pavilion.
All right. We got to get Kelly on the show. Colby, you live down by
go to that game.
Colby, you go to the game. Bring the mic and get a 1-on-1 with Kelly.
That's true.
And then invite him to come on the show or come hang with us.
Yeah, I got to.
You know what? If we met him and he wasn't cool, that'd be so disappointing.
Yeah, that's true. Never meet your heroes. Time for the lock dog and bonus lock. Kramer, what do you got?
A lot of pressure going first here. Kansas minus 4.5.
Okay.
Texas A&M minus 6.
Ooh.
Sharp.
Michigan State.
Sharp over there.
Not pause. UMass Lowell.
Damn it, dude. You're incredibly dog. I gotta give it to you. Whatever you did, whatever you've been doing this past weekend, it's been working out for you. What's that?
It's the Giants suck asshole. So there's certain time in the day that I now can focus on other things.
Okay. Kansas minus 4.5.
I did enjoy your screenshot last night with those hunting glasses. Continue on.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I
noticing
also, what else am I gonna lock up here?
You can copy my other one too if you want.
I'll lock up Providence -1. Other lock.
Oh no!
For my dogs.
Remember, Ed Cooley's not there.
Santa Clara shocks the world, takes down the trees. Huge dogs.
It's actually a tree.
Takes down the tree.
Yeah, you got singular.
Get out the tree saw.
The Cardinals? No. It's the Cardinal. Okay, confusing.
Colby, lock dog bonus lock.
We are locking up Kansas -4.5.
Oh,
Jeez,
wow.
Kentucky nonsense out of here.
Right.
Look, and I like your UMass Lowell play too, but just for the sake of the show, I won't do it. Give me Santa Clara money line.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Parlay that with the anteaters.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to parlay.
And then the bonus lock. I mean, it is A&M -6. This guy's sharp right now. He's
I
fucking,
assume the ante like there's something the frats do up there where the like the anteater becomes a dick. Like how does it not? How does UC Irvine not lead into
Peter
this?
the Anteater.
I mean,
Peter
yeah.
North.
Honestly, if you called your anteater Peter, there's something more to the meaning. That's all we. Any money line parlays or anything fun?
I think we should maybe dabble a little bit here on. Well, I mean, whatever. If the chat's laughing at me and my Santa Clara number.
Oh wow! What is the number wrong?
I mean, look, we use the same algorithm.
Wait, so what are they saying the number should be?
I don't know. Let's say
No,
10. You want to bring it down to 10?
it doesn't matter. You say I'm locking up. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Let me teach you. You say I'm locking it up at 14,
Okay.
and I'd lock it up all the way to pick 'em. That's what you say.
And we play this. We parlay Santa Clara money line.
Okay. I'm in.
And I think we parlay that with what are we all on? Here?
UML. Lowell.
Yeah.
Oh,
UMass. Lowell.
that's
it. That's it.
That actually has a chance.
Just stop
to hit
right
too.
there.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
do
go.
All right. Hey, we'll be back later on tonight talking college football. Make sure you
smash. Do you guys want to add Kansas in there?
no, don't push it.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, Stacking the Money Green. He's Ryan.
See you later with college football.
Kramer. Let it ride.